Well, welcome everyone. Welcome back to the Shield Wardens session 17, where you rejoin in the Shattered Lands. Sorry for the delay. If you were joining us live, we're switching production a little bit. Dave is going to produce from his side because my internet is currently sucking, and it also takes something off my plate while I try to run the game. All right. When last we left off here, the party had followed Senator Helle and the one other female individual that they were trying to track to the road. And then from there, they noticed that the horses split off. One headed north towards what they kind of tracked towards a cave area. And they were able to defeat the brigands that were there, question. I think there was a survivor who mentioned that there was a horse that came by, but it was riderless and it ran off north. The party kind of hung out for a little bit, just long enough for Randy to get his 4-hour long rest now that he's a wood elf. See, nothing wrong with not being a halfling. Then they decided that they weren't going to venture deeper into the caves. They were going to head off after the other direction towards down the road where the other horse had continued. So after 4 hours of rest, they mounted up and set back off. So that is where we're going to return to the party. Welcome, guys. Like I said, when last we left off, we were there. And for those watching and for you, my wonderful players, I created a party token, which says Shield Wardens right there in red with the yellow shield on it. Just so people can kind of track along with about where we are. Given the grids, it won't be perfect. But what are you up to as you guys set off? It is still dark. Probably, deep in the night / very early morning. No light, really, other than what's given off by the moon. What are we up to?
I'll just turn around to everybody else. I don't know if we're going to be going into this blind, but I can check the road ahead, and I'll send Daisy off to look out for travelers on the road.
Okay.
I'm going to do what I always do whenever I think, I'm just going to cast light. I'm going to check and see if I know how to cast light. I do! Hooray! All right, fine. I'm going to grab hold of the horse's blinkers ahead of me and have them, so it's just the very edge of them is actually lit. So they're going to emit that light just ahead of the horse's head, so he can see the road ahead, so he can keep going. Okay. I'm going to take advantage of my night vision.
All right. Sounds good.
And that's a cantrip, so I'm just going to be doing that throughout the night, just like tapping the front of the horse, going, "You're a good horse. Horses like elves. This is working out fine."
That's right. Like one of the few times that Randy's been able to ride a horse instead of like a riding dog. Awesome.
Yeah, it's too high up.
Too high up. All right. Lucius, Pius, are you two doing anything while you're riding along?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be scouting ahead like always. And just looking for telltale signs of our possible person.
Okay. Outside of the headlights or...
Oh, yeah, way, way far.
Okay.
Lucius would ride in the back, just to make sure that we're not being followed or anything. Not that he thinks we are, but you never know.
Okay. So perception checks or survival checks, depending on what we're looking for. Pius, are you looking for tracks?
Yeah.
Such, trying to... I mean, I'd assume you kind of backtrack and you find where you'd found the path where the horse broke off the road and headed up towards the cave structure, and then from there try to pick back up the trail of the other horse. Hendrix, probably Daisy. Check.
Would I be able to guidance myself?
Sure.
I rolled a 25 on perception.
Okay.
I got 12.
Okay.
I don't think Randy's really looking for anything. Sorry, guys. I'd love to be helping, but I think he's just focusing on being on a horse at night.
For sure. For sure. All right. We'll wait for Pius' survival at some point. But Lucius,
22.
what was that? 22.
It was 22,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. So yeah, Lucius taking up the rear area, kind of scanning around as best you can, keeping an eye on the road behind you, the bushes and stuff as you pass them, just making sure no one jumps out. Doesn't seem to be very active. It's very late at night. You don't see or hear any riders or anyone coming in this direction. Pius, you search around and you are able to kind of re-spot the pathway, the small telltale signs that you were able to follow to get this far, even amongst this kind of like flat flagstoned road here. But there's still those areas where there's scuffs on the, like new scuffs on the stone itself, where there's the areas of dirt in between that don't join perfectly, that you can kind of spot where a horse had recently stepped. And you're able to kind of reliably feel that the other horse seems to have traveled along this road south, unless some other horse came past during the few hours that you guys were gone from the road and rejoined but you're very sure of what you found, and that you're pretty sure that unless there's some weird instance that the universe is aligned to make, all this happen. Yeah.
So I kind of just wave them on and kind of point down to the ground, pointing in the right direction.
Hendrix, are you riding and looking through Daisy's eyes, or are you just letting Daisy kind of communicate?
I'm just letting Daisy fly off ahead.
Okay, cool. Either way it works. I just was curious for the aesthetic of it.
No, of course. It's too dark to be doing that.
Yeah. Daisy is up high, getting a good view. Her vision in the night is even better than any of yours, and is happily, soaring silently above you guys. She does tell you after a little while of travel that she spots like a campfire off the road, tucked up like up against the mountains sort of area, like probably 100 feet off the road, coming up in a little bit of a distance.
Okay, I'd probably want her to do a flyby if she can.
Okay.
Just close enough to see how many people are there, how many horses. I think that should be basic maths for an hour.
Yeah, no problem. One more perception check just to kind of get a
15.
Okay. Pretty easily, she's soars over this camp area and kind of reports back that there's a wagon, 3 horses, and about 4 tents set up. Fires going with one like orc individual, half orc. Wasn't sure, but very kind of orc heritage features.
I'll use message depending on how far away we are, staggered on the horses, just to let people know the information. There seems to be a camp off the road ahead, but it doesn't look like the people were searching. There's a cart, and as well as more than 2 bodies. There's I I don't know if you want to burn time and investigate or continue forwards.
Do we need to take them out?
I see no reason to. No shoelaces in this party.
No, absolutely not. They're just people on the road. What's wrong with you, man? Take it down a notch. But I tell you what, as we're riding through, let's just keep going, Pile, so you can go and investigate. If you got any issues, give a shout. We'll turn back, okay?
Will do. And I just take off.
Okay. So you're gonna head up towards this side camp.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
Did we tell them not to kill anyone? We did say that, right?
Definitely.
Right.
What was that?
I definitely told them this camp has no shoelaces, so there shouldn't be any confusion.
Wait. You said the word shoelaces, though. It's kind of... I mean, he will respond to the word and not the context.
No, he's learned more than that, right?
I mean, have you ever seen a dog when you say no walkies? They're only going to hear the walkies. Shit. Oh, well, we don't know who they are.
We ain't got time for this.
I'm sure they're terrible people if they're dead. And if they're not, then they deserve to live. Oh, well.
Lucius, were you saying you were getting something?
I forgot what I was going to say. It had to do with the rock, but it doesn't matter now.
Oh, okay. Pios, you're heading off quietly, quickly.
Yeah. Totally going stealth mode.
Okay.
And I'm going to pretty much sneak up on him like Rambo did in that one movie with the communist guy in the Nat 20. So 29.
All right. Yeah, even on the horse, you're able to kind of get close to this camp. It seems pretty quiet. You can kind of hear the crackle of the fire. You peek into this area, and you see a cart that's kind of like been unhitched. You see that there are the two horses from the cart that are like kind of tucked up underneath a tree, and there seems to be like three other riding horses over there. A few tents sit there. They're kind of quick thrown up tents, like the little like triangle, like max 2-person tent sort of thing. And you can see the sitting on like a downed log that has been like dragged over near where the fire is. There is an orc female that's sitting there in like light armor, just kind of like using a sharpening stone on an axe.
I'll watch him for a while.
Okay. I mean, how long are you desiring to stay there and watch?
Thinking of how quickly the party is riding forward.
They're definitely going to be going past you.
Yeah. Just kind of figure out just they can get far enough where I can easily catch up to them. So
okay. I mean, either way, because you could like ride hard for a little while. It will tire your horse out a little bit.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking.
Doable to catch up. So probably like you let about 10 minutes or so go by.
How does their horses look?
I mean, fairly standard, sturdy. They all seem to be riding horses. There's not like, I mean, war horses in general are pretty rare. There's only a few of the lodges that use war horses themselves because it's a logistical nightmare to get horses onto airships and then off airships into battle. So most things you're going to encounter are either riding horses or like farm animal style, like draft horse. The two that seem to still have the attachments for the cart itself seem to be more like larger, sturdier, more like farm animal pole horses, designed more for carrying the load of a cart. The cart is covered up with like canvas. That's, you know, like a tan canvas, covering whatever goods inside.
So is there, I'm going to pretty much while I'm there, I'm going to see if I can't find any kind of names or anything like that. Like if they're like a trading company, or like, are they a caravan of such and such, or, you know, my name is Ralph and I like own this shit. So.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to give me, like a perception check, I'd say, for you to kind of like sneak up and get an idea of what it might be.
I get advantage on my perception, and the first roll was 24.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you see a hammer symbol on it. It's like a large war hammer on the side of the cart that has like this intricate kind of dwarven runes worked into the side of it. Do you read Dwarvish?
Probably not. Let me look. So that would be under description, maybe. Oh no, it's right there. I read Common, Elvish, Giant, Gnomish, and Thieves' Cant.
Yeah, I think the Giant language is like the runes might be based off the Dwarvish, so it's like some of the runes look familiar.
Like Rumatory-esque.
Yeah, so you get a kind of general just idea that it seems to be some sort of name on there. But yeah. Can
with that perception, could I maybe possibly tell with their equipment and stuff like that, could I possibly tell what kind of profession they were in?
Sure. I mean, just kind of like looking at everything, you would probably get a good idea that this was definitely it seems to be some sort of goods based on the cart itself, seems to be carrying some sort of inventory of some sort. And given some of the other things, it seems to either be Dwarven run, obviously with the symbol and everything, but like some of their goods, like even like the battle axe that the orc is polishing seems to have been made by dwarvish hands. So
it's basically looking through their stuff. Do they have any cake?
Oh, are you like getting into their stuff?
Yeah, why not?
Are you looking into their cart or into their like personal belongings of someone's tent?
No, not in their tent. Just, you know, the cart and, you know, the general area itself. So.
Okay. Yeah. So you walk up to the cart and give me an investigation check.
Okay. Yeah. A 9. Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my advantage given to me by Shadow Soldier VR.
Okay.
Why not? A little bit better. 11.
So, yeah, you lift up the canvas, like you sneak up to it, you lift up to the canvas, and you start to kind of like look around. Most of the boxes that they have there are like large wooden boxes that are hammered shut.
Yeah, nailed, yeah.
But you do find like a bag that's kind of like stored kind of in a small area that like the boxes wouldn't fit quite right. So there's like a little cubby hole there, I guess, that would be available. And you pull that open and you look inside, and it seems to be there's like some rope and there's looks like some ration packs in there. And as you're looking, you hear, "Sutter, the cart! Get to the cart!" And if you look over, the orc starts standing up, and a light illuminates one of the tents. And it seems to be like the camp starts to be waking up.
Okay. I am going to cast Minor Illusion. And basically make it sound like there's people rushing them from the opposite side of the camp.
Okay.
And they need to I don't think it's... Wait, hold on. Could you use the action? Oh, yeah, they just got to go examine it to see if it's...
Okay.
Yeah. So,
orc seems to turn.
Okay, and with that, I'm gonna just bail out of the thing and run off. I need to make another stealth roll. I can.
If you're trying to be stealthy about it.
Oh, fuck yes.
It means you're slower, but it does give you the chance to evade.
28.
Okay. Yeah.
And due to my boots and all my other stuff, I leave no tracks.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you book it out of there, make it back to your horse, and ride off from there.
Was I able to take any of the ration packs or anything?
I mean, if you wanted to, are you?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I'm doing
me a D8.
D8, okay.
And were you taking just rations or other things?
What was? It was just.
There seemed to be like readily available. There seemed to be some rope there and some ration packs, and like some minor other things like pitons and hammer, like just some various like.
Yeah, I'll just take the rations.
Okay.
I rolled a 5.
So what did you get on your D? Okay. So you found 5 days worth of rations.
Okay.
All right. You hear some commotion behind you, but you're able to kind of make it out and run your horse forward. Meanwhile, while Pios was off robbing poor trade caravans, what was everyone else up to?
Didn't we GTFO?
We really should have maybe specified shoelaces has to be used in context. That's all. That's what I'm saying.
I think he's grown. Like, I don't think he's just going to kill the first person that he sees nowadays.
Side bet?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. All right. 1 gold piece. I say that no one's going to die. You're saying someone's going to die. That's fine. No problem. Fine. It's all good.
That's not how bets work.
Listen,
I'm not betting against myself.
You can't just back out of it now that you think you're going to lose. All right, it is what it is.
Well, no, because you've just
what? No,
you've taken what I thought was going to happen.
I can't hear you through all this darkness. I'm so sorry. I can't. Let's just deal with the bet when we find out from Piles, all right? But we're agreed. Everything's good. I'm glad. All right.
I just turn away and continue riding. I assume we're still on horseback right now, and I can't shake your hand. So finalise this absurd bet you've just suggested.
Yeah, I'm staying out of this.
After about 10 or 15 minutes, you hear like the rattle of hooves trying to catch up, or coming down the road quickly from behind.
Or do they?
Someone's coming. Quick.
Your stealth does not affect a horse riding in gallop upon stone. I'm
Get
sorry.
the caltrops. Throw them on the road. Let's take this person out. Get your knives out. Just shoot as soon as you see them with the eyes and arrows. As hard as
He's
possible.
lucky that we know that he's supposed to come back, because if not, he probably would have got a guiding bolt to the face.
I ready a chaos spell.
All right. Nice.
I do not really ready a chaos spell.
You're able to spot eventually Pios riding hard and fast to catch up.
I prepare a chaos spell at a higher level.
It's like, oh, now that I know my target.
So look past
Sorry,
him.
guys. No. I won't really.
Looks like he's on his own.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone followed. Luckily.
Pious,
Yes.
do you... Anybody?
As Lucius is talking, I just reach in my pouch and hand him a ration pack.
Oh, thanks.
And then hand Hendrix one, and then hand Randall one.
Oh, God. He's killed someone and put them inside these tiny boxes.
I don't think he had enough time to do that.
I mean, you don't know how quick he is.
Oh, true.
What's in the box? What's in the box? Okay. What kind of food?
Do not know. I took it from them.
Oh, okay. Did you hurt anyone?
They were sleeping. I could have, but I did not.
Oh, okay. I just toss a copper piece over to Billy. But it's in the dark and I'm not giving him any warning that's going to happen. He's not looking at me. There's a fairly decent chance I've just hit Billy with a copper coin.
Bastard squirrel.
Yeah, they're nuts. Good, I'm glad. But it's obviously not the senator, right?
No, they were traveling merchants. Could have been blacksmiths. They had a dwarven hammer on the side of their wagon with writing. That vaguely, I can make out some symbols, but not all of them.
Okay.
Why did you take the food?
Figured to slow them down.
Do you remember the symbols?
That I do.
Fluent in a
Should've
bit of
taken the
Dwarvish
hammer.
myself.
I could draw
If you
them.
could. Oh. Yeah, you've got that minor illusion, can't you? Just make the letters appear in the air.
I had
Yeah,
to
yeah.
use that to get away.
It's a cantrip, though.
It is.
They're not coming after you, are they?
As far as I know, they shouldn't be.
I assume this is like at a slow gallop now. We're still continuing. We haven't fully stopped.
Do you want me to show
Let's
you
see.
now, or should we go to a campsite and then I can show you better?
But just remember it for later, in case the name pops up or you see them again.
Did you
I
want
assume
me to
that-
kill them then?
I don't know if I want them to kill them at all. Not if they're merchants. They might be useful.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
can also
You
take
did the
more.
right thing.
I can also take more stuff from them if you would like me to as well. It was fairly easy to. I was able to get
Yeah.
into their cart.
But I mean, we're not. You're not a thief. He said, "We're not thieves." Oof. But you're not a thief.
Also, when you commit a crime, you're not supposed to tell people.
I mean,
I did not
depends
commit a
if
crime.
and also telling people. I mean, if you write a song about it and you sing about it all the time, that's kind of funny. Think about it. Just saying.
I think we should leave before those merchants come after us.
I think that's probably true, actually. We should keep going.
I did them
Let's
a
just keep
favor.
going, you guys.
I allowed them to live.
Yes, that's...
Haven't
better
you
than-
been going to the
I can't believe that I
countryside
have
killing
to be-
people lately?
Yeah, no, that's true. Fair enough. But I mean, I can't believe I'm having to be the responsible one right now at this time of night. That we're chasing after some people, and I had to remind them not to actually steal and kill. Like, how did I end up being the responsible one? Billy, you need to talk to these people. Okay.
I don't know who Billy
Who
is.
is Billy?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Hendrix. Talk to these people. Apologies.
Are you?
You are
not
the only
feeling
one with
well?
a full night's sleep. So, you
Oh,
know.
I am not feeling well, mate. I'm riding around on a horse in the middle of the night trying to avoid my head being clattered by a branch.
Shall we continue down the road and see if we can come across anybody else?
There's no
Yes.
branches on this road.
Yeah, we should go.
Yeah.
You guys continue riding? Are you just riding all the way through the night? Or,
I'll send Daisy off ahead again to see if there's any more travelers on the road ahead, or depending where we are, how close the next town is.
yeah, so Daisy's scouting out ahead. I mean, the time kind of passes without further pious distractions. You don't find many, many things along this roadway. They're here and there. There's small like enclaves of like farmhouses that are like off to the side, or you see like a cabin nestled up in the woods or something, that she can spot as she's kind of flying around, keeping an eye out. But yeah, what was that?
I was going to do my usual scouting ahead with the hoof marks. It doesn't look like she continues the ride, or
I mean, all the signs that you can kind of find seems to be that that the horse has continued on this path. So as long as you guys are continuing to follow that, come very early in the morning, the sun just starting to peak up in the eastern sky, you spot, and Daisy will spot first, the buildings of a town, or a small kind of city area up ahead, which you would know to be Peona. Muted.
It looks like we're coming up to Peona, guys. There's not many other places they could have turned. Have you seen any tracks by us? Or have they gone into town?
they continue to go to town. Yes, they have not gone to the farmsteads or any other places that we have traversed.
So the question is, did they go to sleep in a crappy inn or a expensive one?
Or push straight through?
That too.
Or do they know people here? Which
This
could be a
isn't the
problem.
This isn't the most southern town on the island, is it? They don't have a dock.
No, it doesn't. It's actually inland a little bit. Yeah.
If anything, they would have gone and changed the horses and then kept going. So,
Yeah.
I should propose we go and find a way station or a tavern or the stables. If it's a town, there's going to be a central place located on the main thoroughfare, right?
If we go to the
That makes
stables,
sense.
we'll know what type of horse they took.
Yeah, I agree. Let's
And
get
then
on
I
to them.
Then I can track them from there.
Okay.
Just make sure you keep your hands in your pocket.
Agree.
Ooh. When we get into town, what's the vibe in terms of, is it busy? Is it deserted? Are people giving us the once over as we're riding through, or Are we able to merge in with the rest of the...
Well, as you guys are riding in to this, and as you get closer, you kind of see it's a decent enough sized city. It's not near as grand or as large as Grottos was, but there's a fair number of buildings and such. And there is a gate that appears to be shut as you get closer to it, and a about 15-foot high wall that kind of surrounds this, made out of what seems to be the local kind of a greenish gray granite style stone that seems to surround most, if not all, of the city from the angle. There seems to be a few guards that are stationed at the top of the walls themselves and standing there. Their shields have like a ram head upon their shield.
The one of you guys that want to talk to him, I don't know if Lucian, you know how these army men work or these soldiers work, or Randy. See if anybody's come through. If the gates are shut, I assume they shut them at the end of the in the evening to stop people from coming in at night.
Are they shut now?
Yeah, they're currently shut. It's still very early, like just beginning to be dawn. Right. So it seems like you're spotting a few smoke trails coming up from various buildings within the city, but the noise of the city doesn't seem to be like, which you would know the sounds of, like a full-blown up and live city.
Right. And it doesn't have that vibe of the kind of city that at this time of night there are revelers still returning home. Like everyone's asleep at this point and some people are waking up, right?
I mean, the vast majority anyways.
Yeah.
Nothing.
There's always a couple
from outside the city that, there's probably the one or two figures doing the walk of shame here and there, but nothing crazy.
Okay, Lucius, you want me to do this?
Yeah, you're the smooth operator here.
Smooth.
I'm not gonna be smooth. I call out loudly. Open up in the name of the Shield Wardens.
You see a kind of dark-skinned female, appears to be human, kind of stops her, kind of patrolling, scanning as you walk forward, looks down. Shield Wardens? Shield Wardens for whom?
Theodosia McCrilly.
She glances at the other one. Okay. Name's somewhat familiar. What's your business?
We're in pursuit of a fugitive. Someone who has potentially tried to commit treason against the crown. Certainly against the Senate.
Kind of nods at you and then gestures down, and the gates start to slowly open. But inside you'll see there's like 6 of these shield-toting ram warriors with their like spears kind of ready to somewhat block your way. It's kind of like a V'd in, so you can't just like charge and ride through.
Yeah.
All right. Come on in, let's talk.
Briefly, we are in urgent rush. We can't spend much time, but certainly, what do you need to know?
These people you're searching for, what are they and why you think they might be here?
Well, we're in pursuit of them. They've come from the north. They've headed down on the road and it passes right through the city.
All right.
Looking for a grey-haired woman in her late 50s, early 60s, tight bun, quite an austere woman. could be wearing anything, honestly, at this stage. And a younger lady as well.
They would have been riding one horse.
I didn't get any double female riders in.
Any 2-for-1ers? The only reason why I ask is one of them has the potential ability to change their form.
Oh, no, there's one girl came in. Was it towards the beginning of my shift, so must have been closer to midnight than not.
Does that track in terms of time?
Yeah, probably. Probably about right.
We think about your meditated rest was about 4 hours. If we think they had, let's say, an hour ahead of us, 5-6 hours.
But we would
it's early hours of the morning now. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
While they're talking, Lucius is going to show her their shield warden papers just so she knows that, we're not playing.
Yeah. She takes some glances at him, nods, and hands them back.
Is she a captain? Can I tell by rank?
Yeah, she'd be roughly the equivalent of a captain. Yeah.
Okay.
Or in this, it's more that they're kind of like, probably more like a lieutenant. Like they run a small squad. So there seems to be a squad of this lodge that is stationed at this gate. Okay.
Lieutenant, you say there was someone who's a girl came through here. Do you know where she went?
No, not exactly. I mean, just kind of more like olive-ish skin, quite a bit lighter than me. Riding a single horse. Said they got held up a little bit and needed to get a place to stay for the night, and didn't see too much harm in letting one soul woman in. Didn't even have like bags or nothing.
Yep. Yeah, giving a look over at Hendrix when he says that, or when she says that. Did you recommend a place for them to stay?
Well, I mean, I always suggest the Traveler's Holdover. It's nothing crazy, but it's kind of like mid-level. And I know the guy that runs that place. A very nice man, very honest.
Okay.
His name would be?
We're going to go there then. Can you bring some guards with us?
Oh, you need guards? Sure.
If you cooperate with us, I'll make sure you get a promotion, and I'll mention your name to some superiors. I'm pretty sure she can tell military, so
yeah. She looks over at one of the other warriors. Annex, take him in, take with them, Traveler's Holdover. All right. If there's any problems, tell Holden that I sent them and that they are to be cooperated with.
What was the name of the soldier? Ajax, did you say?
Ajax. It's like a title for like sergeant. Like they run half a squad in a lodge.
So Adax, did you say?
A-N-A-X, I believe. A-N-A-X, yeah, Annex.
Okay. Annex, I'm going to need you to guide us to the tavern, but I want you and your men to block off the street at either end. Make sure no one can come in or out of that space. Doesn't matter who they are. Even if it's me and I'm saying that I want to leave, I want you to say, no, you can't go. Same with any of my guys as well. Understand? Safe word. I look over at Piles for a second. I'm like, no. The safe word is Flatstone. Okay? So only people can be left out. But I want us to go in now. Let's go.
He nods and walks forward, leading, and 4 other of these warriors kind of follow you guys, kind of on either side of you, like flanking, just to like in a protective sort of format. And they start kind of marching at a fairly decent pace.
Could
forward.
you slow it down just a little bit and be a little bit quieter, please? Piles, Hendrix, go up ahead and meet this guy Horvin. Let him see if you can get the drop on this person before.
I'll give him guidance as he goes to leave.
I'm going to
in the
provide
head.
inspiration to both of them as they leave.
Let's see if we can spot out. What was his name again?
Horvin.
Holden.
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 Sorry, man. My bad.
Holden.
It's all good. I mean, the other one sounds really good too. That's
I feel Holden's into some country western. I feel like Horvin definitely is into some Finnish death metal.
Well, go ahead down the street then, I assume, till we find the tavern.
Yeah.
I'm figuring if by the time they hear the sound of the guards and they start thinking about making a move, you can already be in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll post Daisy. I'll send Daisy round to the back of the tavern. Just post up on the roof, surveying to see if anyone's trying to do a runner out the back, and go in through the front door with Pius. Do you want to come in with and take a snoop around?
Indeed. We may need to check out the back exits and entrances.
I've got Daisy covering the back, but she's only a goddamn owl, so.
I will
So you guys
I could go in
I
the
will-
back if you want.
I will send Phoebos, which is
Who?
my badger.
I thought
So
that
you
thing was
guys-
dead. I just thought you were wearing it. That's alive.
It is.
You guys come up to this tavern. It's not massive. It's a decent enough tavern. It's got a stable attached to it, and it seems like a small fence that kind of like encloses the back of the tavern area. And there seems to be, and Daisy would definitely relay that there are like a series of chairs and tables that are set up in the back of this tavern area, like a fire pit area back there too. There doesn't seem to be a lot of life and excitement even in the streets. Like you see one or two merchants and stuff that you've passed along the way that seem to be like getting out and like sweeping out their stores and starting to put up displays and stuff like that. A couple of the like street vendors starting to like push their carts into position and fire up whatever they use to cook their food and get going for the morning travel. As you go into this tavern, you see a kind of portly, pale-skinned man that seems to be like mostly bald, but with like little bits of hair that are growing from one side that he's just kind of like combed over to the other side, but it's still thin. He's got like a mustache that kind of comes over and then joins his sideburns. And he's looks over. Well, hello there. I'm Holden. Welcome to the Traveler's Holdover.
Ah, I like it. Holden, lovely to meet you. I was just wondering if I can have a chat to you to the side. It's quite pressing. I'll just take him just enough so I can talk to him without everybody overhearing. I'm assuming it's not the busiest at the moment, but there may still be people down there for breakfast.
Yeah. You see, there are a couple of individuals that are kind of like, kind of hunched over. Most of them are like hunched over, like big bowl that seems to be steaming, and Holden will pick up a pitcher and kind of walk over, and as he walks over towards you guys, he fills up the pitcher of someone who's sitting at one of the tables, and comes over and goes, all right, now, so what is this all about?
Firstly, Holden, I'm here on official business. I'm one of the Shield Wardens for sorry, I've forgotten our lady's name now for a second. Lady
Theodosia McCrilly.
Lady Theodosia. We're actually on the pursuit of a couple of fugitives, and there's a possibility they may have booked a room in here. I was just wondering who booked, if you had anybody book rooms with you late last night.
Rooms.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple that came in about a few hours after dark, booked a room, made all sorts of noise. I had to tell them to quiet down a couple times. There was just the standard other rooms that I've had already booked up for a few days from people who are hanging out for a bit in town. There's a girl came by. What is it? Oh, woke me up. Sometime after the middle of the night. Needed a new horse, and so I, traded her out for a little bit of coin, and then she headed on out. She got some bread and some cheese.
And this woman that swapped out the horse, or even the old horse, do you have a description? You said you swapped out the horses. Where did she get the fresh horse from? Yourself?
Yeah, I've got a few that I, loan out or sell out. If their horse is of similar quality, I usually will do it for a minor fee. It's like many of us tavern folks will do that. That way we're kind of keeping a constant run. It's kind of a bitch, but it's I'm not turning down coin, especially after waking me up.
Understandable. I'll use message and just I assume that Randy's within 100 feet by now outside. Mm-hmm. And just let him know it may be the fact they've just switched out horses and powered through the night.
Okay. Well, that's good then. Send the owl up, man, and see if we can see them from the sky. We should get his horses if he has any. Does he have any horses?
Well, you can respond to that, so I do hear that as a whisper in my ear, and I'm just like, I feel I'm maybe in need of horses myself now, to pursue this late night woman who switched out horses. You wouldn't happen to have any spare?
I mean,
so how many?
I've got 3 in there, but one of them's the one that she turned in for the other one. If you're really in a hurry, you could maybe talk to Jordan and see if he'd be willing to speed you on your way. Get the Eagle Lodge to help you out.
Eagle Lodge? That could be a possibility. I'll try and look around for Pius, see if he's still in the room with me.
Yeah, what were you up to, Pius?
I am, amazingly enough.
It doesn't look like they stayed the night here. It looks like they just swapped out the horse and powered them through.
We will need to do the same thing.
Okay.
Get fresh horses, for sure.
Well, Holton's just mentioned that we've got might have a flying option in town.
That would be fast.
We sorry, and I'll turn back to Holden. The gentleman you said to talk to, name was
Jordan Galani.
Jordan Galani.
Golani, yes. He runs the city here. The administrator appointed by the Queen.
Right.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll push.
If you take the turn over there down the road more, if you keep heading to the other side of town, the south side there, take that first major right-hand turn there, the big road, you won't miss it. You'll see a building up on the hill over there, a sort of fort, small one, but a castle nonetheless. That would be where you'd find Jordan if he's not out roaming the streets.
I appreciate it. And I drop a small pile of silver on the bar just for the talk. 6 silver, nothing crazy, but
I appreciate that. You guys need anything else for the ride?
No, unless this woman you trade the horses with and sold the bread to mentioned anything, small or big, that may help us. Did she say anything?
She's pretty gruff. Had a mouth on her. Swore more than me old pappy did.
Swore a lot. Okay.
Yep. Kind of a nasty little piece of hell. But, she didn't give me any indication where she's going. I tried to make nice, small talk thing. That's what we do. And she didn't really want to have any of it. So I was kind of happy to see her go.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You've been a lot of help. I appreciate this.
Of course.
I'll go back out the front to meet the rest of the other two and explain everything I've just gone through.
It's a very helpful person. It's good to know for the future.
Definitely. So far, it's been a nice town, to be honest.
I mean, what? How are our horses looking? Are they looking like they're going to be able to keep going?
They seem fairly tired.
All right, then switch them out.
You're probably looking the best, but everyone else would probably be a little tired too.
I think we should do that flying option for sure.
What?
There's actually a gentleman in town that might have some winged mounts for us. We might be able to use their aid and hopefully catch up.
Okay.
When you guys do that, I'm gonna find this sergeant person real quick and give him something, because I did promise somebody a promotion, so I don't want to, not give my word and then go back on it. So I'll meet you guys in there.
You can't promote people. You're not in the army now.
I am in the military still, but I'm not gonna promote them. I'm just gonna give them an insignia so they can talk to somebody who can promote them.
I'm so sorry, mate. This entire time I thought your rank was promotional. You know what I mean? Like, join the army, be like me, see the world. But it's not actually a real thing. But you're actually really in the army. It's interesting. Sorry, mate. Apologies. I just thought that the army would have supplied you with real armor as opposed to, spray paint.
Well, I did have real armor, but, we went through that whole ordeal where I went to jail and,
Listen, I'm not going to be held responsible for you pretending.
No, I'm not blaming it on you. I'm just saying that's what happened to my armor. But I can go back and get another, but I don't need to know that I got that thing that Sigranus gave me.
All right.
Speaking of, just out of curiosity, do you wear the armor? Like, are you wearing the armor as you're traveling, or do you leave it, incognito? It takes about a minute to grow the armor, but...
No, I bring it with me.
Well, yeah, it's always on you, the crystals embedded itself in your skin.
I just pretty much, I don't wear it when I go to sleep, pretty much. Okay. That's the only time that I...
Double checking.
So you wake up and watch it grow all over you. That's disgusting.
It's almost like those hyperlapses of ice freezing sort of thing. That's what it kind of looks like, but on top of his body. It will start in one spot wherever the crystal's embedded, and then just kind of spread across his body. All right,
you hear the transformer noise.
Yeah.
Decepticon.
Is it a Decepticon or Autobot?
Oh god.
Decepticon all the way, man.
All right. So what are you guys up to? You guys gonna look for more
Person's
horses?
got the flying creatures, and let's go off a lion. Let's get this woman.
Sweet. All right. You guys follow the path, and it kind of starts to these winding switchbacks on this hill. It's almost like, I mean, not a mountain, but it's a pretty decent sized hill. Switchbacks take you up this winding pathway to about a 50-60 foot elevation up, and there's fairly steep and almost sheer sides to 3 of the sides of it, which, the switchback still will have big drops as it goes down. But there is a castle, a decent size, not enormous, mainly a tower with gates around a courtyard. And you spot flying up above the castle, there seems to be 2 very large birds kind of circling this castle. And as you approach, there's a group of warriors there in like light browns, upon their shields like a large eagle with their wings splayed out. Upon the castle kind of ramparts, there is a flag displayed, a purple flag with large white kind of crystalline looking wings with like a sun sort of like outline behind it. This is the Deimos national flag that you would recognize. And this is kind of like hanging down from the walls in several spots, so it's very prominent there. The gates open, but these guards are kind of standing there and look at you and kind of step forward. Hello? Who goes there? What's your business?
We are the Shield Wardens of Theodosia McCrilly. We are on a hunt for a fugitive that has escaped, who is wanted for attempted treason against the Crown and against the Senate. We've been informed that you are a person who has potential transport. We need to chase them down through Fort Dargus, possibly Delta Tor as well.
And as you're speaking, you hear behind the guard the clatter of hoofbeats, like hoof, and behind him you hear, "Stop! It's okay. I'll talk to them. Let them in. Come in. Come in. Come in. Come in." And then you see this centaur there in like a pink, almost bathrobe sort of a thing, like pulled up over him, covering part of his flanks and hanging down in front, and he kind of clatters forward. "So, what can I do for you?"
Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am Jordan. I oversee the city. This is, what can I do for you? I heard something about Shield Wardens and pursuit.
Yeah, I would. My name is Randall Romes. I am here as a Shield Warden for Theodosia McCrilly, and we are on the hunt for a couple of very bad hombres who have tried to commit treason. We've been told that you have fantastical winged beasts, and we were wondering if we could use them for this pursuit.
Oh, yes, of course. Jeez, I'm sorry. I thought this would be more of social. I would have gotten dressed better. I was out just stretching my legs.
No, fair enough. Stretch it out.
Okay. It's really unprofessional. I normally would have more of my suit on, but it is early. Zeit here, and he gestures over, and there is a halfling that is kind of like strolling a few paces back over there in browns with like a feathered cape kind of hanging down behind him. Zeit here is in charge of the Eagles, and I'll leave it up to him. He'll be able to tell you everything you might need to know.
I'll speak
And,
to Zyke in Halfling.
He steps forward. In Halfling will respond. Hello. You wish to use the Eagles? You say pursuit of fugitives?
Yeah.
All right. How many of you? Just
Four.
The four of you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Any luggage or anything?
I have a badger.
No, just us.
Badger.
We have some pets, but don't worry, it's fine.
Okay. Easy enough. Easy enough. All right. Speed and essence. Are we hoping to just get past them and get you somewhere ahead of wherever they are, or are you hoping to? Am I actively leading a pursuit?
We're pursuing them. Don't worry, when we get to them, we'll expect you to hold on to the Eagles whilst we deal with it.
No problem. Either way. Just curious.
Listen, it's not a problem, man. I really appreciate you guys helping us out this early in the day.
He reaches down and grips a dagger and seems to like it glows. The hilt, like the pommel part of it, kind of glows brightly. He says, "We're going to have 4 birds ready for us. I'd rather just take one each. It'll keep us fast, light."
So 5 birds then? 1 for yourself, right?
Well, you're not going to pilot my birds. 4 of my warriors will take you 4 along. Don't worry, the birds can carry 2 easily, plus pets, not the horses. But other than that, we got you.
Let's go.
We can keep your
I'm
horses
ready.
here till you want to claim them or send someone for them.
We stole these horses, right?
You bought them.
No, we bought them, but
technically
it's
off of,
okay. You guys can keep them for the service you have done for us.
all right then. If I
I
can
just
show you to the
assumed we
Irie,
stole them, sorry.
right? You're like, we steal everything.
All right.
See what you done, Pius?
What?
It's confusing.
What are
You
you talking
made him
about?
think that we're bandits now.
If you will all follow me, I'll
Well, if
lead
it
you up.
helps, Randy don't have to cast the spell on me again. This will seem familiar.
Ah, cool. I'll leave you alone then.
All right.
I mean, not that I would cast a spell on you.
As far as riding the eagles, it will be like riding on Daisy again. But instead, I am full size, not tiny.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Randall's now suddenly contemplating
Lean over
enlarging.
lean over to Randy. I can take him out if you would like me to.
The rider.
Yes, like I said, I am familiar with
No. I
controlling these animals.
think of this more of an opportunity to have a charioteer, and you could be on the back with a javelin to throw things at people.
I do not have a javelin. That is Lucius's department. I do have a spear.
do
though.
a creation, and I create for him a javelin. It is made up with his exact badger colors, and it's got a grip on it that has got a smiley face. Oh, it's got like Randall's original halfling smiling face as an actual gripping. Okay, here you go, mate. You're good.
Is this to make me throw it quicker?
No, just letting you have a spear. You seemed like it was important for you. There you go.
I mean, you have some strange image on it. Almost
That's my
terrifying.
face. It's my no. I'm adorable. What's wrong with you? That, my friend, is
I do
that
not-
face. That's
do
a
not-
deal maker.
Do not understand.
that is.
Is it to and then you throw it?
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Zeit kind of starts leading you off in like towards the keep, but takes a set of stairs that go up onto the wall and then enters the first door right there, and then starts leading up this set of spiraling stairs that lead higher and higher. You reach the top, and there, or at least to the top of where these particular stairs lead, and it opens up into a large room that is kind of stone most of the places, but there are large like areas with like nests that are built in to various areas, and you see many large giant eagles kind of nestled up. There seems to be 4 that are currently saddled up with a set of saddles that have like a rider seat, and then like right behind it set up with a little bit of a like passenger seat area with like a handlebar and like stirrups sort of a thing to keep you situated, with a there's like a rope that seems to be attached to them with like a hook that can kind of like hook on to the rider or wrap around a rider. And Zeit walks up. You see already there are 3 riders on 3 of the eagles, and there's a large, like almost black looking eagle that is there, which is being held onto by a younger individual, a younger human male, just kind of like holding on to it, and looks over and kind of gives a quick salute to Zeit, and then Zeit walks over and nods and climbs on to the bird, who kind of like lowers a wing for Zeit to kind of scurry up, and he slides in. Well, you guys all choose who you want to ride behind. One each of our birds.
Let's jump on the closest one.
Get it random.
All right.
Jump on the one that looks like the person that looks like I could possibly take him out.
I'm gonna jump up behind Zyke.
Yeah. He nods back at you. All right. Leader with leader, I guess. And
oh no, I'm not the. Oh, that's awkward. Okay, we don't really have a leader. We're just 4 guys. You know what I mean?
How do you guys operate?
Don't make it worse.
Just leader. No leader? All right,
Yeah.
whatever. That's one of those new things that like.
As Pius pops off, we do our own thing.
Yeah.
Pius, like a thin female, dark hair, kind of slightly tan skin, scoops her hand down as you come to like help you up, pulls you up, puts you behind her. She has a mostly brown eagle, but with like white feathers that are like on the bottom half of the wings of the eagle itself. Welcome aboard. So you guys all climb aboard your respective eagles, and shortly Zeit's bird kind of takes a few steps forward and launches itself off the top of this back of the tower here, and just starts to like dive bomb down rapidly. And then the wings will splay out quickly, and you get caught, and it kind of scoops up and swerves like meters past a large rock face of the mountain behind, and starts curving back towards the road. Ever done flying? He calls back as he's taking you. And then one by one, the other birds kind of take off, and Zeit circles a few times out in front of the road until all 4 of the birds have kind of like gathered up together.
I quickly ask her, how close can you get to someone?
Well, I've picked someone up off the back of a warhorse before, so pretty damn close.
And recently I have rode one of these, well, not so much exactly this one, but an owl of sorts, and I have done swooping attacks Can you do the same thing?
Depends. What are you trying to do? You like want me to fly upside down so you could stab someone?
That will work, yes.
All right. You gotta be quick though. I mean, the bird doesn't really fly upside down. It kind of does a quick spin. But she'll do it.
I gotta see this.
Excellent. We will work
All right.
well together. My name is Pios of the Badger tribe.
And I am Tashana of the Eagle clan.
Indeed.
So as we're flying, if anybody's looking at Lucius at some point, he glows for a second and then stops glowing. And I'm gonna use the sorcerer point to get a spell slot back.
Okay, sounds good.
The bardic inspiration will have faded after about 10 minutes.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was gonna say, can
So you guys didn't use it, but they're gone. And the spear will last for 3 hours.
All right. Hendrix?
just gonna say, if we are flying towards the most southern city, I just want to keep an eye out on the road.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Perception checks for whoever's kind of focusing in this area.
I'm going to be taking a look at the skyline. I'm going to be looking to see if I can see any ships that are leaving in the far distance.
Okay.
Oh, 21.
Okay.
Did I get a... he said he traded horses. Did he tell us what type of horses they were?
I mean, no one really inquired into that other than you know
horses.
that they're riding horses.
Riding horses, okay. So, yeah,
You said it was like for like, you know, essentially.
I guess I'm going to be also looking similar to what Hendrix is doing, but I'm going to be looking for the telltale signs of the fresh scuff marks on the road, like earlier that I've seen.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
22.
Okay. All right. As they set off and they rocket, you know, kind of like rocket down this road area, the birds flapping their large wings, taking you much quicker than the horses would have. Pios, you realize that at about 100 feet above the ground, you can't really see any discernible marks that help you tell. I mean, here and there you see some wagons that are, you know, coming and going from the city itself. Randall, as you're flying, I mean, you see a couple of ships in the distance. Some seem to be entering the kind of southernmost port town there, and one or two seems to be leaving, but it's hard to tell, you know, at the distance that you guys are at.
Can we tell what direction they're heading in?
Yeah, I mean, you see a couple that seem to be heading kind of northerly.
Okay.
But on the western side of the island, you see one that seems to be kind of following the southern coast of this island, out in that direction. Slow, steady. But you guys push hard, and a couple hours pass, and you spot a few sporadic riders. Give me a perception check, anyone who's watching the road, one more time.
Yeah. Terrible perception roll.
That's a 24 with a nat 20.
Oh, I'm glad you got me covered. I got an 11.
I got
rolled
even
a
Man, you
worse.
can't see everything all the time, man.
No.
Yeah,
I got a 5.
But it's what I am meant to be good.
Yeah, right. Don't you hate that? You're like, I'm good at this. Not today.
No.
It's not.
I'm a bard. I'm good at everything.
Yeah.
Except fighting.
It's all right. Randall, as you're flying along, and you're in the frontmost eagle, so probably has the best view of things. You do spot a soul rider that seems to be like galloping hard along the road.
I point to it and excitedly, as if on a chase, which we are.
What's the tactic here? He calls back. Zeit calls back.
Let's go with the standard fly V. Send your 2 men out on wide flanking, just in case that she decides to veer off the road. Have one guy keep up behind us, but have him fly high so we can do a zoom down for a swoop. And you and I will stay low to the road as a lead. Sound good?
All right.
Standard aerial maneuver, I think, from page 55 from Introduction to Aerial Mechanics, I believe.
Glances back at you like, what the fuck? But he grabs hold of his dagger and like presses onto it, and that pommel will kind of glow again, and you see so Hendrix and Lucius, you'll feel your 2 birds kind of fly out wide to the sides, and Pios, yours kind of rises up, and Zeit and Randall kind of dive down towards the road, and each of your riders respectively says, looks like they see something. And they start like making their way in to this formation sort of a thing.
So how far away are we?
I mean, at this point, you're probably about 200 feet away from this rider, and gaining quickly. I forget what the giant.
I feel horrible, but I might do something.
Can you? Yeah, I was gonna say, can you tell me when I'm about 120 feet away for no reason?
And it was just a javelin you gave me, right? No special properties or anything like that?
No.
Well, as you touch it, it does give off a lovely chord of sound. And if you touch it in different places, you could actually make a tune out of it. But in terms of fighting, no, not at all.
So
Can I just be super clear out of character? Like, have we seen who this person is on the road? Are we just now dive bombing a random person on the road? Just
doesn't matter.
I mean,
100% just randomly dive bombing an individual on the road.
yeah,
cool. As long as I'm on the same page as everybody else, that's fine.
So
This woman
how far-
dared to ride by herself.
said 200 feet.
Yeah.
When I get into a little less than 120 feet, I'm chucking this musical javelin.
Within what you said?
A little less than 120 feet.
Okay. Anyone else more than 120 feet? Besides, we have Randall and Pios both giving 120 foot triggers. Anyone else have anything?
I'll fireball at 120 at the horse.
The horse? That belongs to a good guy.
Yeah, but she's on the horse, so, you know. If anything, we can fit it to Pius afterwards.
Yeah, we need to question this person. We can't do it if they're dead. I'll, not knowing that these guys are readying actions to attack, I will ready message when I'm in 120 feet to cast at the person on the road and say, hold.
Okay. So it looks like 120 feet is the mark. So you guys start swooping in, and you're closing the distance. There, the speed of an eagle is about 20 feet greater base than a riding horse. So both riding, kind of full out, aka dash action, you're gaining by about 40 feet per round. So it doesn't take very long. In fact, just about 12 seconds or so for you guys to reach 120 foot distance. So why don't you guys roll initiative? I don't have anything open on this, but I just, if you roll initiative, I actually do have it here so I can see. We got Pios at 15.
Yeah.
We got
I keep on forgetting to push the advantage button, but yeah, it's 15.
That's right. I don't have the thing open right now.
Okay, cool.
To do that part, I can just see. So we got Andy, Pios, Lucius, and Hendrix, right?
Yeah, I got a 12 on third.
Sorry, Hendrix and Lucius. Yeah, Hendrix.
Come on.
23.
All right, Randy, you're able to, which makes sense. You're kind of the lead bird, anyways.
Sure.
You would get the first action.
Yeah. Having the first action is the most responsible thing. So I must do something very responsible with it, you guys. Yeah, 120 feet. Is what it is. I'm gonna do a little murmur to myself and a cantrip is cast.
Okay.
A ghostly skeletal hand flies out from me and appears on the back of their head.
The person or the horse?
The person.
Okay.
That's a 12.
12 to hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. This is going to do a lot of damage. I have been killed. Oh no. It absolutely has done that. 13 points of damage. That is necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm.
And it clings to that target, and it can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Nice. All right.
Is it undead? Because then it's got disadvantage.
No, it's not undead. No. Sorry.
Are they dead?
No, they're still up. They're still
Hey, it's not an NPC. It's a real person. We can kill them, people.
This is how we know.
This is how we know. Did they survive the first round?
Yeah.
We're in for it now, people.
So my question is, do I get sneak attack? Or do I need to roll my stealth or something of that nature?
Technically, you're riding the eagle, so that's an ally within 5 feet, right?
But ally within 5 feet of the target.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just be lined up with arrows.
No, you would not get sneak attack at this point.
Sorry, I should have let you go first so you could get that sneak in. That's
very aware that they're being pursued.
Okay, cool. Okay, I get disadvantage on my javelin. I am going to use the anytime Mooney Sue advantage to give me a straight roll.
Yeah.
Also, bear in mind that actually you have a... No, you're right, carry on. Ignore me.
I do have the Bardic How much does Bardic Inspiration give me?
You don't have it. It only lasts 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well,
and there's a part of me that's going to ask a really evil question. Has it been 3 hours at this exact moment?
No, it took about 2 hours to catch up to this point.
Okay. Just had this image of the spear just disappearing in midair.
It would have been pretty good.
Hilarious.
But I had already said it was a couple hours, so I didn't want to take that back just to screw with them.
Well, D&D is on the side of the DM today, whatever. I rolled a whole 7.
All right. Maybe it does disappear midair, and that's why you got a 7. Like, you launch it, and all of a sudden it just, like, lets out this, like, chord of music, like, in midair, And she looks back, and it just like disappears as it unravels itself. Path of
I'd like to
creation.
think it makes a sad trombone sound.
Perfect. Hendrix, you're up.
I'll just shout, "Halt and stop your horse now!" Using message so she hears it. The person hears it on the side of their ear, and if they're silly enough to say anything back, I hear it as a whisper as well.
You hear, "What the hell do you guys do?" And then you spot. She actually vanishes from off the back of the horse, and yeah. Lucius, you're up. Horse keeps riding, but the person kind of disappeared.
Okay, well, I'm
Are the
still pegging
reins
the
in
horse.
midair?
No, the reins seem to have fallen onto the back of the horse, and yeah. So, sorry, what are you doing, Lucius?
Fireball. Does 24 hit?
Yeah. You're aiming at the horse.
Yeah.
Okay. 24 hits.
Damn it.
And that is 13 fire damage.
All right. You see the horse. You first hear this like loud screech, and then you see the horse tumble to the ground and roll a couple of times and just like lay there in the mud and the stones of the road, looking to be fairly dead.
So the person who turned invisible on top of it doesn't go tumbling on the ground or nothing? We don't see him still?
You don't see anything. No. That puts us back at Randy.
She's disappeared.
You want to give me a perception check? See what you see?
Disappeared. Yeah, all right. $23.
You see that there's a small, like, rocky outcropping off to the side, and there seems to be a female figure now huddled, like, in the rocks trying to hide, but not doing a great job from pursuers in the air.
I'm gonna use Misty Step and just land next to her.
She kind of startles as she sees you appear nearby, seemingly use the same spell she used to escape.
Hi.
She glares at you. What the fuck do you want?
Well, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to take anything from you, but I do want to ask you some questions.
Awfully weird way to start this.
What's your name?
She glares at you. Why should I tell you?
Again, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to take anything from you. These are your choices. What's your name?
Is anyone else doing anything as you see Randy appear by these rocks and probably spot the woman nearby him?
How far away are we now?
I mean, if you're, unless you can tell the eagles to do something else, they're closing the distance. So you're probably like fairly close. I mean, you could get almost as close as you want.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead. About 90 feet away, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on her.
Okay.
Just in case she pulls that stun again.
Lucius is gonna jump off, and then when he's about to hit the ground, he'll feather fall close to them.
Yeah. And Hendrix?
I'll stay on the owl. Just part. I assume. Are we all landing, or is it just you guys that are specified, and the eagles are just circling above? I'll stay up above on the eagle just in case for now.
All right. Yeah.
Smart play.
She
definitely staying on the eagle.
Okay. Yeah. And Pios, were you doing an attack or anything, or just kind of staying?
No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold my action just in case if she tries to bolt or anything of that nature.
That's right. You cast Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark on her, yeah.
All right. She glances around, seeing the eagle, seeing the rest of you, and she puts her hands up. Okay. What do you want to know?
What's your name?
Sandara.
Sandara. Nice to meet you. I'm Randy. I'm a shield warden with Theodosia McCrilly. We're hunting people that have committed treason. We think right now you're one of those people.
I do not commit treason.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Ooh, nat 20. 22.
Yeah. All right. So you gather from her. She doesn't necessarily feel that treason was what she has done. She's obviously not an innocent person.
Sure.
But yeah,
but I can tell the difference between like a ne'er-do-well, my people, and criminals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. She is definitely not on the good side of things. And as you kind of look, you see that like on her inside of her wrist here, she has a tattoo on there, and it seems to be like almost like a polyhedral sort of lined thing with like a serpent snake kind of slithering through the various openings of this like polyhedral item.
Do I recognize this?
Why don't you give me some sort of roll that you think Randall's street sense would draw up information?
Hear me through on this.
Yeah.
Performance.
Okay.
Because of the artwork itself is quite distinctive. I may know the actual tattooist, certainly a parlor where it would be from, and certainly the kind of clientele that would actually want to have that particular tattoo.
Okay. I'll give it to you. I think it's something that Randall might have information on anyways, so that's why I left it pretty broad in what I had left.
I only rolled an 8, so that's 18, bitches.
Yeah, so that particular tattoo style, and well, at least the tattoo itself, which is a very specific one, you do remember that there was a kind of shady tattoo artist kind of shop down by the docks that catered towards sailors, but tended to be the sailors that like would go to these kind of rundown, crappy little tattoo artist places. I mean, the work he did was decent, but like it was definitely not the I'm above board, I pay lots of taxes tattoo artist. It was
right.
If you want something you don't want on the books, you want something that people aren't going to tell others about, come to me sort of a place.
Okay. Don't know thieves can't, so I'm not going to drop that. Mm-hmm. But I will say to her in Undercommon, just as a tester, do you understand?
Let me see what she speaks. She kind of glances at you and shakes her head like, what are you talking of? This crazy speech.
Okay, all right, calm down. Back to common.
And she'll switch to Elvish. What really are you all after? What is it in for me?
I throw up, and as I throw this up, I'm going to be looking to see if there is any response or attempt to control response. As I do a what's it called? Sorry, disguise self. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to change myself to look like Senator Helle.
Okay. I guess roll another insight check.
Can I get an advantage because of the surprise of doing such a thing?
I don't think you'll need it. Let's just roll and we'll see.
I love how you had such faith in my rolling.
Yep.
That was justified. That's a 17.
I also rolled a 4 for her,
Oh,
so that's why I was like, just roll. Yeah, you definitely spot this momentary flash of, oh, what the hell, and then like that attempt to like cover up her reaction. Like she knows she shouldn't have reacted.
Okay, gripping her by the throat, pushing her down on the ground, and I'm standing over her in one motion. Dagger is out against her eye. I still think you're being used, and that's the worst thing of all.
Look, she had hired me. That's it. Hired me to be on her crew. That's it. Was there and
you
we
rode with
parted
her?
ways.
When?
Back on the road a long time ago, yesterday. She went up towards the mountains, wanted to hold up somewhere. I decided to come down here, maybe get to the port, get on a new ship, get the hell out of here.
I'm like staring her dumbfounded, like, she went up the mountains?
Yes. Said she'd find some cave, hold up for a while, get some rest, and sneak out somewhere. Said she disappeared. You guys didn't even see her go.
Like, Randall's actually, like, stepping back, and he's got, like, pulls the dagger back away from him, and he's just, like, thinking over the events of what happened.
Okay, so I helped. Can I go? I'm gonna get on a ship. You'll never see me here again.
I'm gonna get close to her, and I'm gonna bang her head with my shield and knock her out.
All right, make me a attack roll. With advantage, because I don't think she's expecting it at this point.
She was riding the horse invisibly?
And she's about to open her mouth, and then all of a sudden she goes limp as she gets hit upside the back of the head with the shield.
Ah! Lucius is having a conversation.
Lucius is gonna grab her and pick her up, put her on her shoulder. She's got to answer for her crimes, so let's take her back.
So she's still in the cave?
You see the eagles kind of circle and start to land nearby, kind of in an opening near the road.
So did I hear that conversation or not?
I mean, if you were right there, right, you landed right next to him, you would have heard Randall.
If we can, we should have them drop her off to Theodosia, and then we should go back to that cave. Maybe it's not too late.
Let's fly. Psych, we need to fly, and quickly, and we need to double back.
All right.
The road in the north. Pios, Hendrix, she was on the horse, but at the cave. She got us twice. She got me twice.
So she got you twice, yeah.
Noted. Yeah.
That's why I keep on telling you we should kill everyone we see.
Okay. Should we head to the cave?
Listen, don't sweat it. It happens to the best of us. Let's just.
Yeah, it happened to me. So you're right. It happens to the best of us. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
exactly. So let's just see what we can do.
I'm raging.
You, how nice of a ride do you want for her?
Say again?
As long as she lives to answer questions, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we need you to take her to the capital, to Theodosia.
All right. Let's tie her up, though. If she has any ability to use spells, which looks like she did.
I'll guide her.
Yeah. Tie her up.
Our hands in mittens.
Yeah, I'll tie her up and gag her and blindfold her.
Is she still conscious?
Lucius knocked her
No,
out.
she's unconscious.
Okay.
All right. Just leave it there in the opening. We'll pick her up in a moment. Zeit climbs on. All aboard. Who's coming aboard?
Jump up.
And he, his eagle, like, kind of does a couple hops and takes to the air, does a quick loop up and around and swings back, talons outstretched, and just grabs a hold of her and takes back off. And it's now just carrying this woman underneath in its talons as it flaps and starts turning back and following the mountains back north. You still going to the capital?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other birds kind of take off and start forming up.
We're gonna follow the road through. There's a cave just off the path up near the mountains on the north, heading up north towards the capital there. And we think there's a cave that our quarry is waiting in.
All right. You want us to stop on the way or get this girl to the capital first?
Stop on the way. She can stay with us.
All right. And kind of skirts the edges of these mountains as starts to make it up. Flying pretty quickly, but it's not, an instantaneous trip. It takes a bit of time. Anything you guys are looking to do while riding aboard these eagles, or any actions you're wanting to prep?
We can't take a short rest, can we?
Yeah, I'd say you'd be able to, you can't do a long rest.
Well,
you could probably get a
no.
short rest in. You guys are getting very tired. Everyone but Randall, I need a Constitution saving throw.
I get to take that short rest. So it's a long rest for me then, right?
You would need 4 hours to get into the long rest.
19.
But if you wanted to start a meditation aboard, it would probably take about that amount of time, but you would be kind of more of a very passive writer.
Got a 16 on my con save.
I don't think Randy's got that in him. Like me, I want my character to do that 100%.
Yeah.
I just don't see Randy going, I'm on an eagle chasing a fugitive. Now I want to go and meditate.
No problem. I mean, you were the only one who had a long rest, so at least you had that the night before. But so you're feeling fairly rested. You could do a short rest if that gets you anything back, while they do as well. So Hendrix had a 16, you said?
Yeah.
Everyone else, con saves?
19.
19. Us?
For long, is that a short rest? I don't need one.
Well, you're doing a short rest, but give me a Constitution saving throw.
Just anyway?
Yeah.
Ooh, barely. 19.
Okay. Yeah. You guys are tired, but you're able to kind of hold off any ill effects of that tiredness, and push on. It's a long day, but you're still working and you're making it happen.
It's been a long day.
Yeah. I mean, we're still kind of mid-morning time, so by the night, if there's not some sleep happening, there's definitely going to be, but you're able to hold off a little bit longer. As you go up, Zeit will call back, make sure you guys are keeping an eye out. If you see the spot, tell me. I don't know all the caves along this path.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I'm going to trust the pilots, though.
Yeah. As you guys scan the mountains and the roads, kind of looking for familiar spots, I think that's probably a good place for us to take a short break. go refill, bio break, whatever. Thank you, all you watchers, joining us, giving advantage to the players, helping them succeed and or
Love you guys.
Fail less is what we like to call on my side. But thank you all for joining us live. If you're watching this on YouTube in a week or so, then you can join us live here at twitch.tv/the Guild. If you're watching this live and you missed part of it, catch it in a few days time on youtube.com/@xpguild. Now we'll get you straight to our page thing. So that is our YouTube handle. So that will get you there. And it will be up there edited. We're up to date so far. We're up to date we will be up to date as of tonight at midnight, my time, for Vagrant Vigilantes. So I'm getting caught up. So if there's shows you're looking for, catch us there. Appreciate all the help, support. Consider joining us on Patreon. I do release all those videos that I upload early to all Patreon members at the moment, and there'll be other things. It's generally just a way to say thank you. So thank you guys. Let's go on our break, and we'll be back and see what happens with the party. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us for yet another XP Guild show. If you are enjoying this, please do us a favor, click like, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when our next show goes live. Feel free to drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys, hear your thoughts on the show, or anything else you want to talk about. I'd like to take a quick moment to say thank you to our friends over at Hero Forge, a Skycastle LLC product. We are not sponsored by them, but if you're looking for great custom miniatures, check out HeroForge.com. They've been so kind to let us use their art, as many of the miniatures and artwork that we use come from their website with their permission. However, they have not reviewed our content, and so what we do does not necessarily represent their views or beliefs. Again, thank you to Hero Forge. Now, let's get back to the show. Welcome back. Welcome back to Shattered Shield Wardens Session 17. The party caught up to Sandara, the female that was helping Senator Helle, it seems, at least for a time. Claims was just hired by her to be on the crew and such. And were able to subdue her, knock her out, and now they are carrying her underneath these giant eagles as they fly north along the cliff faces of Deimos, the island that they are on, and following these up, looking at the roadways, trying to spot the telltale signs of the pathway that they took to this particular cave structures. And let's get back to our group. All right, guys, as we're heading up, Pios, and probably anyone else who would specifically be able to tell where exactly, like, if you have a good reason or way of knowing where you had found this cave, go ahead and give me a roll and tell me what and like how you're going about trying to spot the cave entrance.
Probably going to use perception, because I remember the trees and I remember the rocks and stuff like that. It's just at a different angle. So keep on forgetting to click on the other button. Sorry. So I rolled a 19. because I have advantage in perception.
Okay. Cool.
Thank God that it wasn't disadvantage because I rolled in that one.
I debated it given the time of the hours in which you left, but I think eventually you would have found it anyway, so I figure you can speed that part up. Yeah, so you kind of follow this path, mainly the road itself, and then you are able to spot like this little dirt path that you had followed up the night before.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
How many hours have passed since we've been gone?
From
that area?
The cave itself? Probably like 15, 16 hours, something like that.
Okay, so my thought was, do I see the cart trading people on the way with the 19, or would they have made it by town by then? Yeah,
you don't spot them on the way itself. It seems that they've either left early enough,
starved to death,
and have yeah. You see a cart with a group of people clutching their bellies, lying dead. No. They
Where's my special rations medication?
Yeah. I needed that. Blood sugar. No, they get by. Whichever way they were going or wherever they went, you didn't spot them then. But yeah, you were able to kind of, this isn't going to give me a very precise, we'll put it right there. Spot the cave network that you were located at, and these eagles kind of start to circle, looking for kind of a clearing, and Zeit will look back at Randall, say, you want me to leave her here with you? You want me to take her ahead? You want me to wait out here?
No, I think wait a moment. It would be terrible for us to get down there, realize almost instantly that she's no longer there and you've flown away. Wait, give us 30 minutes here and then we can head on. Okay?
All right.
Find yourself somewhere to land, but keep yourself within distance. We'll send up a symbol, a flare, if we need you, okay?
All right. Sight brings the eagles around, swooping over this area a couple times, and then finds like a rocky outcropping a little bit higher up from the caves, and is able to kind of like land and let you guys off. First kind of drops the girl, who kind of like grunts at this point, awake but bound and gagged. She kind of like grunts as the bird kind of dropped her before landing a few feet away.
I will lean in on her as we go past, and I go, you're shaping up to be quite a strong member. We might have a place for you on our crew. And then I'm going to leave.
He glares at you as you leave, and then
yeah. All right, so we're going to head on down. Who's leading?
Pius jumps off and begins leading the way.
I'll cast light so that Lucius can see, and I'll walk side by side with him in the center.
I'll watch the rear, keeping an eye on the ceiling. We already know that the people that lived here before, were protecting before, knew there were spiders in there. So
yeah, good looking out, man. I'm going to send Gary out along with Pios.
Gary,
my wee weasel. That has been inside my inventory this entire time.
Where are you guys pulling all these animals out of? I thought that was a coin purse, to be honest.
Well, I'm glad you didn't actually try and take any money out. It would have been quite unpleasant for both of you.
Me too.
Yeah.
I just have the signet ring, so that's a point.
That is a point.
I hold it up like to say in your face, not knowing that you knew I took it.
Yeah.
Because of my terrible sleight of hand rolls. Just got the signet ring.
Oh no! Oh, you're really good though. That's impressive. I won't even lie.
I'll hold on to it for now.
Sure you will.
I'll put it in my pocket.
I make a note to steal it back within 24 hours.
Yeah.
Like, that's enough of that now, I think.
All right, sorry. I was also doing some background, so give me a second. Yeah. So you guys get back to the cave here. What are you guys up to as you get back to the opening from which you guys had adventured?
Does it look like Pios? Does it look like anyone's exited the cave since we've been here or been in and out? You're better at tracks than
Yeah, it's good.
than me.
26. I'm looking around.
He's looking around for a 26-year-old.
Given that it's gnome, that's pretty young for him. Yeah, no, you scan the ground and you don't spot. I don't know. I'm weird. You don't spot any tracks other than your own that has exited since.
Nothing's come out of here, so they're either still in the cave or even deeper where the spiders are at.
Oh, there's a different way out. Okay.
Yeah, it's a network, isn't it? It's not just a cave.
Where to find out?
We might have to go within. I should have took that other gear from the travelers then.
Lucius, you don't happen to have like a way to locate an object on a person, do you?
I don't think I do, sadly.
Me neither. Seems like a very useful spell right about now.
Once I see a person, I can target them, and it will last an hour, and I can pretty much know where they're at, but I have to see them first. So mine is very limited.
Well, okay then. Let's just head on in and see what we can find.
All right. Guys, pressed forward into this cave.
Moving quietly as best as possible.
Yeah. I guess give me stealth checks, everyone, and we'll see. Just kind of use that for a general basis as you push into this cave area.
Did not work. Oh, okay. You got to click that and then roll. Okay. Oh, crap, monkey.
You got this stuff.
Somebody gave me advantage earlier, so I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
Okay, so that was...
I got an 18.
Yeah.
Nice.
Covered. Nat
Good old
29.
All right. Yeah.
I think I was the lowest with a what was it? 16, 15? Can't see my score anymore.
Right.
16.
Pius keeps on blending in with the rock. All that stuff y'all gave him.
All right. Yeah. And you're pressing in, moving forward into these cave structures.
We'll move probably to that rock
Okay.
and peer around it. Make sure. I mean, the campfires were out, right, when we initially came in here? Or no?
They had one going at the time, but it died before you guys had left, and it still seems to be in the same state, or
Nothing fresh.
Nothing fresher. No.
Okay. Are y'all ready?
Yeah, I'm at the rear, so I'm just following you guys, keeping an eye on our backs and the ceilings and the walls and okay behind us.
Do we have enough gear?
No, but how's that going to stop us?
Very well then.
So we haven't seen any tracks at all where we're going right now?
I saw them earlier.
I'm coming out.
They went deeper into the cave last time. I saw them. Went into the spider area, and then you decided that you did not want to play with the spiders. So we chased the lonely lady on the road.
Well, good news for you then, Pius. I feel like having a bit of a dance with some spiders.
Very well then. Let us go. And yeah, Spider leads the chase and
Okay.
enters carefully, quietly with his 29 stealth.
All right. Yeah.
And also-
moving forward.
I'm gonna go ahead and start checking for like any booby traps, ambushes, little thingies of something that you could quickly like assemble and put together. And
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
16.
Yeah, scanning this cave area here, you do spot up ahead a little bit. Let's see, I'll mark it. You see that there are a couple of tiles along the path that seem to have some sort of trigger or activation that you think would be potentially hazardous or dangerous. Doesn't look like they were quickly thrown together, but it seems like there's something built in to this structure.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to the fire and just grab a bunch of charcoal and put it in a little pouch that I have, and then proceed into the room itself, and pretty much where the traps are at, where I know the tiles are at. We'll take the charcoal and draw around them, pointing out that they are, do not step here. Do not step here. And could I tell what kind of trap it was?
If you want to give like a further investigation to kind of spot.
Ooh, what color's the floor?
19.
It is stone. It's a darker stone. This particular area seems to have been hewn out of.
So I'm just saying the charcoal on obsidian is in the dark. Okay. Cool.
I can give you a chalk if you need it, Pius.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna be fine. I can see in the dark.
Nothing's wrong here. Nothing will happen. At 19, it appears that it had been carved, like the walls and everything had been all carved out of the stone, and it almost has this very natural look, except for this area you can spot. It's supposed to look like there's a slight like rock or boulder that they kind of worked around, but was actually like slightly elevated, and it would be a pressure plate. And as you like look up to the walls, there are these little areas that look like they're like just natural divots in the rock, or areas where they chiseled out a little too far. But you see that there seems to be some sort of like hole up there that looks like some sort of projectile would launch from these holes on either side to target the area that people would be passing.
Spear traps, possibly arrows, but possibly poison as well. No telling how old this is, but avoid this section at all possible. And I move to the next section.
Good.
And I pretty much do the same thing.
Okay.
Before I walk down this corridor, can I look back the way that we came? Do I see any spears on the ground at all?
Within this hallway, or
no,
where the
going
traps were?
backwards. Like if it's a spear trap, are they coming up out of the ground, or are they flying towards us?
The way the holes were situated that Piles points out, it looks like they kind of like come from one or both sides towards the center area.
Okay, all right.
There doesn't seem to be anything on the ground or anything like that at the moment, but
I was just seeing if maybe there had been any trigger done at all, but that's all.
Does the next two look like they are similar to the first one, or are these completely different?
They do seem slightly different. These are actually like worked in with a little bit of like looser sand and dust kind of tossed on top of this. It's also a pressure plate sort of trap mechanism. But as you kind of look up, it appears that what you thought were these stalactites are actually like giant boulders that were shaped to look more like a stalactite, designed to like fall upon anything that would step on these plates.
Everyone straddle in the middle. You step on these face plates, that up there will hurt.
Lovely.
You heard him, guys. You going in the room?
Yeah.
For those that can't see, you might want to light a light.
Fine, I can lift the tip of my spear.
I collided with a
Not wise to touch the traps with your spear.
Why do you not touch the trap?
You might as well turn the spear on yourself then.
Okay, I'll grab a rock and give it to you, and it's light up. There you go.
You're muted, Bill.
Who's carrying the light now?
I just gave it to Pius and a rock.
Pius is like way up ahead of you.
Yeah. I can't really see it in my screen. It's just all black.
You can't see anything?
Yeah, I can't see through the fog of war.
Oh, what's your dark vision?
0, but I do. I do have light.
Okay. So why don't we just say you have the light? That way.
Yeah, that works.
Can you see now? To clear up better?
It's a miracle. Okay, yeah, I can see.
I can see clearly now. Lucius is here.
Yep. Assuming we're all avoiding the spots that Pios had pointed out.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
So
How do I always end up at the front?
I don't know. You move forward.
Like, he can't. What is wrong with him?
I do it too, just because I get like, all right, let's move. And then I move my character forward. And then it's like, oh, there goes trap. Bad guy. Whatever.
He just
Looking
wants to be
around,
reincarnated again.
you spot there seems to be like webbing on the ground, this strange webbing, and here and there seems to be a few bones from place to place that is worked into that are like caught in the webbing.
Could I possibly roll a nature check to determine how big these spiders are?
Sure.
13?
Okay. It's hard to tell exact size, but looking at the webs, you actually notice that they don't seem to be standard webbing. Like, touching them or looking at them, they seem to be a little bit more like coarse, a little less organic, and a little bit more almost like something manufactured or constructed. Not something you've seen in nature only.
Guys, this is not natural.
What do you mean? Like holiday decoration, not natural? Or
Yeah.
Like, these webs are man-made. This is not from a natural spider.
It's from a spell.
Does it look like it could be from a spell?
Give me Arcana. Anyone who would like to investigate this.
I will have a go as I say rhetorically, is it? And then I'm like,
nothing got magic.
I
got 17.
And I rolled a 14.
Yeah. So Lucius would be able to kind of look at this and determine it is not like a magical thing. Whatever it is seems to be it's hard to say, not like from a spell itself, but there's some semblance of magical essence to it, but it doesn't ring to any of the spells that you're familiar with. Like, it's not like a web spell or something like that you have done some research on or have seen used in battle. This is a different consistency to it.
Gotcha. I'll relay that to them.
does she look like she's come through here?
I'm gonna look
Okay.
and see.
While he's looking at the ground, I'm going to look at the ceiling. How tall is it?
It goes up about 30 feet. So with the light, especially that Lucius is kind of giving off, you're able to spot the roof dimly and kind of take in that scene. If you want to give me a perception check, and Pios, whatever you're going to use, survival, I guess.
Yeah, I went with survival like I've been doing, and I rolled a 24.
Okay. Yeah, here and there you do spot telltale signs. A web area that, was disturbed. Some bones that seem to have been like shifted or misplaced. So it does appear that something has come through.
Can I
here
tell which direction she went off in?
Yeah, with a 24, you would be able to kind of tell that she kind of headed like up towards the far wall and slightly off towards the left-hand side. Somewhere. Forget how to do.
Wrong screen.
Is there a way to ping in this? I forget. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tap.
Which one was ping? Oh, yeah, just hold down the left button.
That direction.
She went this way.
Okay.
And I point to everyone.
So I'm having a bit of trouble with my mouse just now. Bear with me.
Sorry?
So it looks like she went down this corridor, right?
Yeah. All right. And with that, let's roll initiative.
Dun, dun, dun.
Why are you doing me like this, man?
Are you the one moving yourself forward? I'm just going with the roll.
Where are you?
Lucius just decided to, plow through first.
I got carried away because, this is what happens. Like, we're in a hurry. This lady, we keeps evading us.
Leroy James. Oh, I forgot to click run encounter. Where are we at on people? Let's see.
I rolled a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Coming on lowest with a 15 at the moment.
Sorry, give me a second here. My system's being a bit slow all of a sudden.
You good? I know we got you rocking multiple tabs and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it was worth the wait, you guys. 8.
All right. So we're gonna start with Lucius though, because he's the one who kind of triggered the response. So Lucius, as you kind of come around the corner, you spot this large spider. Now, as it kind of rears up, seeing your light come into position, ready to strike at you. Actually, give me a perception check really quick.
18.
So yeah, it had readied an attack, so it is going to make an attack, but you noticed it before the attack happens. So how about a natural 20 for a total of 30?
Oh yeah, that definitely, yeah.
You take 36 points of bludgeoning damage as it rears up and slams against you with some of its front claws. You see this strange mixture of mechanical, but yet there also seems to be almost like organic tissue kind of like adhered onto various elements of the organical, like this mechanical body of this strange, almost clockwork, almost cyborg looking spider.
It's a 36, right?
Yeah.
Damn, that hurts.
I critted, so it doubled the damage. Sorry. Hold on. I think you get back a couple of that. You get 6 back, so only 30 points. Because I doubled the whole damage.
Hard.
Yeah. And now you may react, as it had held its action waiting for you.
That bit. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna start poking it with my stick, and I don't need to move, so... Let's see, 23. The second one is the 13. So.
Alright, let me double check. AC is... Alright, the 23 will hit, the 13 will not.
No, might as well do the other hits. Oh, that don't hit either. Okay, so let's see. That is 13 damage.
Alright, cool.
And I'm gonna use my phalanx thing where I get the 3 extra armor, and that would be my turn.
Okay, cool. I guess it would have moved in for that one. Alright, where are we at? Too many windows myself. Hendrix, you're up, followed by Randy.
Okay, and from this angle, where's this spider? So it's like here in front of him.
Yeah, it's somewhere. You kind of hear him call out as he gets slammed into, and you see this like giant arm from the spider reach out and like slam into Lucius.
Okay, I'll run up to him. Like, gotta watch my bro's back. So. Yeah. 10, 20, and then it's 30 to there.
Okay.
And then I'll use my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
So that's another 30. So 10, 20. And I will 30 and go the other side of him and be like, oh, god damn. Now, just going by token, he looks like he's out of reach, but his legs look like they touched me.
Yeah, I'd say you can make an attack.
No, I run around the corner, shocked, and just instinctively stab with the sword.
Okay.
Booming blade. Oh, natural 1 for a 9 to hit.
Does not. Strangely enough.
Scared. Okay.
Yeah, it caught you a little off guard. You know, you dashed in really quickly, and then all of a sudden you're facing this like large mechanical monstrosity. Randall, and then Pios, I'll let you go. I know I had you go last, just as the way Lucius walked in.
Yeah,
let you go,
totally
and then
fine.
yeah. So
yeah.
So
Okay, so
Get all those nat 20s out of the way first.
yeah.
15. Guys, where are you?
Spider.
20.
You can see.
Bias,
Right?
Bias just shakes his head.
It doesn't look
fine.
right though.
I can't see anything.
You should be able to see him from there now.
Oh, wait, that thing?
Yeah, that thing.
I thought that. Oh my god, that thing's large. All right. Yeah. Come around the corner and see that, and he's gonna go and give it a bit of the old chill touch.
Okay.
He'd like to have been a bit further away, to be honest with you. 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
That is 9 points of necrotic damage.
All right.
And again, if it's undead, has disadvantage on attack rolls against me until the end of my next turn.
Okay. Noted. It is not undead, but noted.
Oh, and it can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
All right. Cool. There you go. All right. It's gonna step forward, and I need from all of you guys, the three of you, anyways, wisdom saving throw.
Oh, not today.
17?
Okay. 17 will pass.
I'm gonna use my favorite of the gods because I only got a 9.
Okay.
So let's see if this helps any.
Oh, I failed.
Okay, so 16.
Okay. So, Randy, you pass.
What?
Lucius and Hendrix, you can't use reactions. Your speed is halved. You can't make more than one attack on a turn. In addition, you can either use an action or a bonus action, and not both. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn, ending the effect.
Is that an effect of fear? Sorry.
Sounds lovely.
It is a slow effect
Okay.
that he has. All right. Cool. It is Pios. You see this spider kind of move forward closer to your companions, and this like webbing kind of dart out on them, gripping onto them, and kind of seems to be pulling them down a little bit and keeping them slower than they would normally be.
Okay. With that, I think Pius actually would like call out to the thing. You over here, and kind of beat his shield up against the wall, at the same time making it look like I'm more menacing than anything. And pretty much I'm going to use my special ability Clever as the gods on it.
Okay.
So it needs to make a charisma. Wait, makes a charisma deception roll. It needs to make a wisdom insight roll.
Okay. Well, it's better than a charisma roll. All right. Fail.
I rolled a 19. So, so if you win the contest, you and your allies have advantage on all attacks against that critter until the beginning of my next turn. And with that, I am going to stay away from it. But I'm going to use one of my sling bullet.
Okay.
So I don't get advantage on it. Do I?
No, you would get your
sneak attack though.
Sneak attack.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Which you hit. Yeah.
23. Okay.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And I rolled a crap on that, so that's 5 plus sneak attack, which is also kind of guard. 14 total.
All right, 14 points of damage. Kind of screeches in pain as it feels you hit it, as it had been distracted by you already, like looking over at you, and you sling one of these things into one of its mechanical eyes, and it shakes its head, roaring angrily. Anything else you'd like to do?
Let's see. I used the bonus action. I used My attack. I don't have do I have another? I don't think I got another attack. Not yet. No, I'm good. I'm good. So I'm gonna stay where I'm at for right now. That way. Actually, is there more wall to that? I guess not.
I mean, there's the 3. It's like a 3 square spot
is it?
there.
Okay. Because I'm pretty much gonna kind of move out of the way. That way, in case my fellow companions need to run away in fear, they can. Very, very slow, but still.
We're gonna do this down arrow thing, the weakened, as our slow condition, just so that we have track of that. All right, Lucius, it's your up.
Remember, you get advantage.
I get advantage on attacks.
Yeah. On an attack, yeah.
On an attack.
And when do I roll again to save it?
End of your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit it with a booming blade.
Okay.
So let's see. So that's a 27 to hit.
Yeah, for sure.
So 13, and that is 18 points of damage. 5 was thunder. And that's all I can do.
All right, cool. Make your saving throw. Wisdom, and Hendrix, you'll be up.
I got 18.
Okay, you feel the effects fade from you.
I'm alive.
How do I take that off? Get rid of it. I want to keep getting you weakened.
Empowered.
I don't know how to get rid of the tokens.
Oh,
the
no.
effects. Oh, well.
Stop marking me.
You hear everything. That came off. Oh, okay.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. I know that it's gone.
That's so weird. All right. So you're good now.
Okay, on me.
And Randy, you'll be next.
Covered in some sort of webbing that isn't real, kind of peed. I'm gonna attempt to hit it again.
Okay.
For a 21 with advantage to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So standard booming blade. So it's 13 piercing and then 14 with a sneak. So that's 27 on the sword, and then another 3 thunder damage.
Okay.
So 30 total.
Total, nice. Not bad for being slow.
And I can't do anything else because
you can move if you wanted to relocate, but it's halved. And you don't have your disengage options.
I'll just circle around it.
Cool. And make your wisdom saving throw. And Randy, you're up.
22.
You're good too. Oh, see, you were able to get rid of it.
Every time.
How does that work?
Has anyone been injured? I don't think anyone's been damaged.
Lucian took a
I did, but save your heal. If I go down or if I'm really low, I'll let you know.
No, I got you, fam. Don't worry, because I feel like doing some damage to this thing. I will hold off then. I will look at this construct, I suppose, and I will play my lute at it, sending a jarring vibrational sound as I cast Shatter at 3rd level. So that's Constitution saving throw from it, please, at 15 DC.
All right. He fails.
And it will take 24 points of thunder damage. If it is made of an inorganic material, it would have disadvantage on the saving throw. That's it. It doesn't do more damage. Still 24 points. And I'm going to throw Bardic Inspiration over at my pal Hendrix.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It senses that Lucius is the most injured, so it's going to go in for a hopeful kill. So it is going to swing, but a 19 will miss you. 22 though, Lucius?
Miss me by 1.
Okay, that's right, because you go up to 23 with your crazy shield thing. Cool. Yeah, you're able to dodge now. Like, now that you're aware of it, it takes 2 swings, and you're able to kind of dart and dodge out of the way. And Pios, you will be up.
Yeah, Pios loads another rock. 14.
Will miss.
Okay.
Rock kind of like sails past him.
Now I have. That's just melee, right? Yeah, that's melee. Never mind.
You can get up next to it if you want.
No, that's fine.
All right. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go again with that whole thing. Banging on the side of the wall. Me, not him. Me. And then just kind of, after I chunk that rock and pick up another one, just kind of throw it at a random location, whatever the hell I have to do. Go ahead and use, where the hell did he go?
Your favorite trickster or whatever.
Yeah, the Clever of the Gods, because I can use it on a bonus action. So it's going to be Wisdom Insight again.
Okay.
Ooh, I bet he passes this time.
He does indeed. Yep.
Yep. I rolled a 10. So
he seems to be aware of this sort of a trick.
Yeah.
So
been there, done that.
Yeah. And it'll be Lucius's turn, followed by Hendrix.
Okay, everybody does not have advantage anymore.
There, yeah.
I know.
So yeah, Lucius is gonna put his shield up more and put the spear in there, and he's gonna stab it, and he's stabbing it. He's like, I hate spiders. Let's see, got a 27, a 15.
27 will hit, 15 will miss.
And let me do the damage, and then as a bonus action, I'll heal myself. Where did it go? That's an 8.
Okay.
Bonus action heal real quick.
It's damage. Your crimson spear kind of digs into it, shrieks back.
Does it look hurt at all or no? Holy shit,
it's
that
got
was
some
horrible.
scratches and some cuts, but it's not looking like it's slowing down.
So I heal for 4, which is horrible, and I might as well action search and attack it twice again. Oh, not 20. Yay.
Okay.
That is 13.
Okay. 13 points of damage.
And then that is 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Nice.
And that's 8 damage.
Okay, cool. Not bad.
Yeah, that's
starting to look bloodied now at this point. Hendrix, you're up, followed by Randy.
Okay. I proceed. I'm going to keep going around the side of him. As I'm doing it, I'm just jabbing it with my rapier as I go. Another booming blade attack for a 15. I don't believe that hits.
No, it does not.
That's fine. Yeah, that's it. My bonus actions are not to use in them at the moment, so I will continue to just go around the back of it.
Okay, sounds good. Randy, you'd be up.
I'm going to wave my hands around wildly and just fire off a chaos bolt at 3rd level at this thing at super close range, making absolutely no pretense of using my musical instrument at all right now. And I'm going to use sorcery points to twin it. So I'm going to fire 2.
Twin, you'd have to target a separate target.
I'm going to target the front leg and then the back leg.
Sadly, that is not how twin works.
That is fine. Does a 26 hit?
That will hit, though.
Fine. That's going to be 9 points of chaos bolt damage.
3rd level?
No, is it? Yeah, it's at 3rd level. Yeah, it says 2d8.
I just seem low for a 3rd level.
It is extremely disappointing. Oh no, it's 2d8 plus.
It should be more,
right?
Well, it rolled. Let's see. Oh, it rolled your 2d8, and then is it 1d6 per level or something like that?
It's 2d8 plus 1d6 if you. It says as the damage that you do. Yeah, whatever. It's an extra 1. 3rd level spell, people. 10 points of damage. Cantrips. are the way to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up Chaos Bolt really quick. But while I do that, why don't we move on down the line to that would be me. So let me look up the Chaos Bolt. You cast a slow second level higher. Your target takes 1d6 extra damage to the type rolled for each slot above first. So roll one more d6.
Okay.
Still not.
I mean, I'm trying to work out what's the point.
2d8 plus
okay.
1d6 plus, it should be 2d6. So
Yeah.
So you should be, and give me one more d6.
Why? You've already had one already.
Because the base spell I miss is 2d8 plus 1d6 damage, and then it's 1d6 for each level, and you went up 2 levels. So it should be 2d6 plus 3d6. Or 2d8 plus 3d6 should be your damage.
Oh, well then, okay, and now that actually sounds like an 5. I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous. It's too much. Take it down much. So yeah, that's 2 16s, 18 points of damage.
Okay. Oh, that's a little bit better for a third level spell.
It's acid damage, if it makes any kind of a difference.
Luckily for you, it does not. Because some types do, but that is not one of the ones that it has issues with ignoring.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. All right. You know what? It's going to make an attack at you then, and one at Hendrix. So 15 to hit you, Randy.
Yeah.
Okay, and it is going to do 22 points of bludgeoning damage. So it smacks you with one of its legs.
I'm going to, as a reaction, make it re-roll that attack, please.
Okay, 18 to hit.
I mean, it still hits. But, yeah. Let me see. So that was it silvery barbs?
Oh, yeah.
Give somebody advantage on that now.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right?
And 21 to hit you, Hendrix?
Yeah, that hits me.
It decided that it was tired of Lucius being able to block everything. 18 points of damage as it hits you.
I'll uncanny dodge it. So down to 9 points.
Take 9.
I'm going to give the advantage to Hendrix as well.
All right, cool.
So you got advantage and bardic inspiration.
And then Pius will be up, followed by Lucius.
Okay, so if I take a hide action, I can have advantage on the dice roll, or is that? How does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you hide, so you'd have to like go around the corner or something to at least disappear from sight somehow.
Okay, so yeah, I kind of go around, maybe. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, I can still see him actually from that distance. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of run out and go ahead and hide. Right click, bam. Dirty 20, you're muted.
You're able to disappear from his sight. He's fairly distracted dealing with these 3 up close. So you will get your advantage.
Okay, I am gonna use another sling bullet. Oh my god, seriously? Well,
did you roll that with advantage?
I rolled that with advantage. I rolled a nat 1 and a 2 for a whole 9. Whew.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do?
And yeah, there's nothing else I can do. I'm gonna stay put though. So
okay, Lucius, followed by Hendrix.
Because I'm still hidden.
Well, your attack takes away your hide.
Oh, does it? Okay, yeah. Well, let's see. Do I have a thing though? I thought I had a thing.
Anyway, Lucius, go ahead.
Yeah. I'll look.
If you find a thing, let me know.
22.
Mm-hmm.
The 10 obviously doesn't hit.
22 will though.
That is 8 damage.
Okay.
Then I'll bonus action smack it with the back of my spear. Nope, he reflects that. That's it.
It's pretty thick metallic skeletal structure that's able to take off some of that damage there. Hendrix, and then Randy.
Okay, getting annoyed at this thing now. I'm going to initiative order. Who's after me? Sorry, you say?
Randy. Yeah.
Okay, this might help you. It might not. I'll try and attack it. I've got advantage because of his mind sliver, and I'll pump in a trip attack as well.
Okay.
So that's a 24 to hit.
24 will hit. Yep.
So that's 26 damage, including the thunder from a booming blade, and then an extra. What's my superior die? D8. Yeah, a D8 for the trip attack, which is another 4 damage. And he needs to make a saving throw of some sort. Where's my trip attack?
I don't think it matters. That roll was trash.
Oh, then he's not prone then.
Okay, so he'll be prone.
That's trash.
It was complete and utter trash.
I'll take a step back from it.
He's got a decent plus to his strength, and I rolled so low I didn't clear a 10. So, your turn, Randy.
I'm going to cast Wither and Bloom
Okay.
at 4th level. Constitution saving throw, please.
All right.
DC is 15.
Oh, trash. Yeah. Complete trash.
Oh, the first two are 6 and 5, and then the next two are 1 and 1. So disappointing. But for 13, still all the same. 13 points of damage, and as a result of that, I have 4 hit dice that I can use, or I can give to someone else.
Yeah.
Anyone really need a lot of health right now?
You.
Is it me? Is it me who's taking the most amount? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm below health. I'm below health. All right, so I'm going to do 4d8.
Do you have 4 levels of Bard?
I do have 4 levels of Bard.
So you can do 4d8. Yeah, that's the way to go.
Plus your con as well, remember.
Oh, thank you for that. Good looking at. Is that 1 con per hit die?
I always say yeah. That's fine. You can take your 4 extra.
Wow.
So 12, I think, right?
14.
There you
13. 13.
Not looking so bad now. Not looking so bad. Oh, it is. It's
fine. Oh, just as wide up.
And it's going to do the same thing. 1 attack against Randy and 1 attack.
Oh God!
Tricks.
Why? So unnecessary.
Most effective.
Is it standing up first, or is it still prone?
Oh, it would stand up. Yeah, for sure. Jeez. But upon standing up, it's unable to get a good footing, kind of swings wildly at the two of you. And again, my trash rolls continue. So they both miss, kind of just battering up against the walls around as it tries to get its footing again. It's looking pretty damn rough. Pios, you are up.
Pios is like looking at the rocks and shit like that, didn't pay attention to see if the spider like stood up, runs about a third of the way in, realizes the spider's got back up and was like, screw it, and runs back to the area, hides.
Okay.
28.
Okay,
and
change these dice.
and reloads another sling bullet and says, it's gotta work. It's gotta work. 17?
Just hits, yeah.
Okay, bitch. Don't roll low. Okay. 6. 6 is not bad. Okay, 6 plus.
Amazing.
Holy shit, hard.
Oh my days.
And
There you
2, 3,
go.
4, 5,
Sneak
6.
attack for the win.
Yeah. So 23 total.
All right, yeah. Looking pretty haggard.
And that's all Pius is going to do.
No, Lucius, you're up. You need to start rolling like in person because these rolls are trash.
Yeah, the end of
always do
beyond
that.
has his time.
Dude, like he's got a plus 10 to hit, and I can't roll like above a 5 half the time.
It's good.
That'll hit.
So first,
still hits
yeah. Oh, the second one's definitely not hitting. So that is 10 damage.
Okay.
And then bonus action, I imagine 27 hits.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That's 5 damage, so 15 altogether.
Okay. There's like sparks and like wires and like the weird like flesh that was grafted onto the body is kind of like torn and peeling off. This like black ichor or oil or whatever is coming out of this thing seems to be like just dripping on the ground. It is looking very hurt. As Hendrix, it is your go.
Then nasty.
So it's mine, yeah? You finished, Luke?
Yeah.
Getting annoyed, I'm going to run around behind it, jump, and try and just do full-on thrust, stab into its, like, butt area, whatever that thing's called on a spider.
Abdomens.
Abdomen.
Thorax.
Just say,
Either way, stab it.
Or
I think you'll find that's called the stabdomen.
I can use that inspiration you give, bardic inspiration on attack rolls.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will use it because I rolled a 12. What is it, a D6 or a D8?
It is at this stage of the game a D6.
Okay, here we go. For a 5, making my total a 17.
Awesome.
Just.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you needed.
Which gives me... Does that 5 get added to anything else with your skull?
It depends. The spider does a con saving throw DC 15.
Hey, I passed something.
Then no, it doesn't take the thunder damage equal.
It's not gonna matter.
19 damage plus
How do you
6
want
more
it
thunder.
to look as you finish this off?
Very much. Do a little 2-step circle around behind it. Pull back with the arm. Thrust straight in with a twist.
It kind of sparks, short circuits. It shudders a little bit, and then all its legs just kind of go limp, and it falls to the ground with a clang. As you see the light in its eyes start to flicker, and then shut off.
Is everybody okay?
What is that thing?
Yeah.
It is definitely not natural.
No. That's
We
Yeah.
may run into other things like this then if this is here.
yeah, it's hard enough dealing with one if there was. Can you imagine a whole cave full of them? Oh.
I don't want to.
Anyway,
Or
Lucius,
what-
stop running your head all the time. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You're very clanky.
I wasn't thinking, and I'm not clanky anymore because I got special armor now.
Yeah,
I
you always be clanky to me, chap.
I knew this one guy
That's
that was
fair.
like you. His name was Leroy. He died.
Oh,
he went
luckily
down in
it's not
history.
Leroy.
Stories were told.
Forever.
While in this room, is it accurate to what we see on the map? Like, am I seeing 2 people webbed up, corpse or alive? I'm not too sure, but next to me.
Yeah. This there seems to be various bodies and bones and such strewn around. There does appear to be 2 that are webbed up, encapsulated in this strange web.
How strong is the webbing?
It's pretty strong. It's got a good tensile strength, you can tell.
Can
It's
I possibly
not too sticky in the ones that are just sitting here. It's lost some of its stick, but
Yeah.
Where's the encapsulated people at?
there's
Right in front of
2
me, down here.
I think while they're doing that, Pius is going to get to work on the machine and
Okay.
going off his idea of natural spider anatomy. He's specifically going to go after the web area where it produces webs and stuff like that. So thinking that maybe he could use that in the future for, rope and whatever else we need it for.
Okay. Do you have any mechanical aptitude, any tools or proficiencies in something that would help you figuring out how the mechanics work, or are you just looking to take large chunks?
I'm looking at it like a natural spider and going in that direction as far as, skinning and gutting and getting out the good bits out of it. So as far as actual tools, I don't have any of that kind of stuff, but I've got natural hunter's tool stuff, knife, dagger, spear.
It's more you don't really have any experience with a mechanical construct, so if you want to make a roll to attempt it, you can. It's going to be an intelligence based roll.
So maybe Arcana.
You could do an Arcana roll. Yeah.
Because I'm sitting here, because either Arcana or Investigation or Nature. But I'll do Arcana. They're all the same.
I want to poke those cocoons to see if anybody is alive in them.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, this thing is
I didn't
strange
say.
as crap.
Yeah. You have no experience with these sorts of things.
I'm like,
Is this a temple? Or an altar?
It does seem to go in deeper from there. we are not going to explore that today because we're going to need to end here. But Lucius, you poke these. You poke it with your spear, or are you like touching it? What are you doing?
It's more with the hand that I have the shield. I'm gonna, see if anybody like moves or anything.
Okay. You reach down and you nudge this this like cocoon-like structure with your shield, and I think that's probably a good place to stop for the day. We'll go from there. It's as good of a cliffhanger as I got right now. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Join the XP Guild tonight if you want. Pacific time, 5:30, 8:30 Eastern. Extrapolate out from there. There will be Princess of the Apocalypse. I will not be there with the rest of the group as work struck. But they're going on some fun little side quests for some character growth stuff, which should be a lot of fun and exciting. And especially if you follow Prince of the Apocalypse, this is not in the normal module from what I'm told. So it should be something fun and different and out there. Thank you all to the wonderful players. And I need to start running so I can get my son to pick him up. So bye all. Thank you.